about your wife yesterday. Good to see you.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, good to see you.
Thank you too. Hi. Hi, Ken. Oh, well, thank you for doing this. This is awesome.
As you see, we drove out the Greene.
Yes, sir.
So anyway, we've got a welcome line.
Come on in, General.
You'll feel like you're in public.
Hey, General, good to see you. Good to see you, Governor. Thank you.
Thanks. How are you? Good to see you. Good morning. Thanks. Good to be here. Thanks. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for your service. Good morning. How are you?
All right, good to see you. Thank you. Good to see you. Thanks. You're welcome. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today. This is a momentous occasion in the history of Greene County and the state of Iowa. We're going to do some things a little formally today and have the colors presented. I would ask you to stand, and I remind all veterans that President George W. Bush authorized veterans to render a hand salute during the presentation of the colors. I'm going to ask you to do another thing, that we're a little lazy in this country, and we're going to sing a cappella the national anthem. So won't you please now stand and join me as the colors are presented in our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you. You may be seated. We have 1,000 introductions to do this morning, but first of all, I would ask all veterans present to please stand and let us acknowledge you for your service. If you would stand. Thank you, and I'm proud to say ladies and gentlemen who have served our country. I wish to extend a special thanks to the members of the Joint VFW American Legion Color Guard and Dwayne Mosier. Dwayne, stand please. Dwayne served as our unofficial Greene County Patriot Guard motorcycle escort for the governor during his time in Jefferson, and we appreciate him leading the governor to the location we're at today. Also, a big thank you to Mark Lane and Fruit of the Loom, their CEO, Rick Medlin, who is here with us, and Fruit of the Loom is the parent company of AAI Spalding. And thank you very much for providing this wonderful facility and for setting it up for this event. At this time, I would ask all city mayors, city council members, and the County Board of Supervisors in Greene County to stand and be recognized. Thank you all for your forward-looking spirit in helping us to put this together and in meeting the requirements of homebound Iowa. Will all the members of the Labor Task Force who put together Greene County's Home Base Iowa application please stand? Those of us on the task force wish to recognize specially Bill Kendall, Bruce Chafee, Shane Olson, and the VFW Post Commander Don Eichen. We have other honored guests who have joined us today. State Representative Chip Baltimore is here. There he is in the back. Jeremy Davis of Congressman Steve King's Ames office is here. Master Sergeant Bob Shefford of the Information Division of the 132nd Fighter Wing is here. Jim Demarest, the State Commander of the Iowa American Legion, and you brought several of your lesser-ranking commanders with you for the district. Maury Hill, board member of the Farmers Veterans Coalition. Now tell me, have I missed anybody? If I did, stand up and announce yourself and we'll give you a shout out. Thank you. Our purpose today is to witness Greene County, Iowa being selected the first home base Iowa community in the state. This honor comes as the culmination of several months of work by all the businesses, government organizations, veterans, and private citizens in the county to meet the standards required to be recognized. Over the past months, these groups have inventoried housing and jobs available to men and women and their families who are transitioning to civilian life after serving our nation. We of Greene County are blessed to be in a unique position to have over 500 job openings in the next 5 years waiting for these veterans and their families. While this is a tremendous boost to the skills and talent pool of our local communities, we have also gone to great lengths to create a package of rewards for considering Greene County. In addition to the housing and job listing, we are offering an updated web-based centralized job application process and training. We are waiving closing costs on VA home loans and arranging special bank financing. 3-year tax abatement is being considered and special job opportunities for spouses of returning veterans to make their relocations as a family more doable. I need to call attention also to those veterans who have lived in our community for some time. A private individual, Linda Hockey of Peyton, Iowa, when hearing that we had veterans who could not find a way to get to Washington, D.C., hit the streets and in about a day arranged the money to send any remaining veterans of the Korean War and Vietnam Wars that wish to on the next honor flight to see the monuments dedicated to the Vietnam, Korean, and World War II in Washington, D.C. And Linda deserves a big thank you from all of us. Local groups, upon hearing that our VFW hall was in need of renovation and running short of funds, came to the rescue almost before they were asked. And that center is being updated and it will be fully available to returning veterans to use as a welcome center when they do arrive. We are also proud to be one of the few counties to have a full-time Veterans Affairs officer. Marine Lance Corporal Tracy Perez. Tracy, please stand. I would also ask any members of the Greene County Veterans Affairs Commission, Dwayne Towers, Don Eichen, and Jerry Spalding, to please stand and be recognized. I hope all of this gives you some small idea of the strength of Greene County's communities and businesses' commitment to making home base Iowa a success. We are honored to have several high state officials with us today to better explain the program and issue the declaration. Major General Timothy Orr, Chief of the Iowa National Guard, is no stranger to Greene County. Having taught in Grand Junction and coached football in his earlier career, it is a pleasure to welcome General Orr back home. General Orr.
Thank you. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's an extreme honor to be not only back in Greene County. It's been almost 30 years ago that I started teaching here, but most important to be among family and friends. And as I look among the crowd this morning, there's a lot of veterans that I've served with and continue to serve with, both in the Army and the Air Guard and other capacities. So to all the veterans here today and to the spouses and family members that are part of those veterans' families, thanks for your service. We need that as a nation, and most important, this state is proud of our veterans, and this community is demonstrating that firsthand today. I want to thank Mr. Jim Andrews for his leadership. You know, when the governor came, when the governor came to Camp Dodge on Veterans Day in November this year to celebrate, we rolled out Home Base Iowa. And at that time, Jim came to me and said, "How does Greene County become first?" And I kind of said, "Well, we're working through that process. There'll be a lot of communities." And he says, "No, you don't understand, General. I want to be first." And I can tell you that you should be very proud of Jim and for his leadership from the veterans aspect, because for his tenacity, he's a driving force to get Greene County on the map at the very beginning to represent you. So we owe a special thanks to Jim for his leadership. I also would like to recognize Governor Branstad and Lieutenant Governor Reynolds for their support to our veterans, for believing in Home Base Iowa, and all the support that we've had, especially over the last 12 years with our families and our veterans. It's been a tough time for our nation and for our state.